السلطان نحن عبيد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دستور مدد يا رجال الله مدد سلطان الأولياء دستور مدد مدد أهل الله مدد يا كتب متصرف دستور مدد يا سيدي. Inshallah, a few words before we are going to start reciting Surah Yasin. Subhanallah, it was, we were finishing the prayer and I was sitting and thinking on that point. Like Maulana Sheikh Nazim taught us to make tafakkur and to make Radita Sharif, the exercise of meditating, and sometimes are more preferable, especially when you finish Salah and you have been purified by your wudu, and then you went into Salat, and everything that you recited means you were raised into divine presence through prayer. And when you are finishing your prayer, your state is much more relaxed and you are in a state that is more propice to tafakkur, to meditating. And I was thinking how time is passing and we don't know what is next. And we are never present and into consciousness that we are with Allah Azza wa Jal, and we are His servant, and He is Almighty. And everything in our life passes very fast, and we take things easily. And Prophet ﷺ said, if you knew what I know, you will laugh very little and you will cry a lot. Because this life is temporary and we don't know when is the call. And Allah save us from living and we are not ready. Sayyidina Ali Karamallah Wajhah, he used to be, as Prophet ﷺ advised him, he used to remind the companions, Sahaba al-Kiram, radiallahu anhu warhada, work for this dunya as if you are going to live forever. Means you take your time and you are meticulous and you are constant. But work for Akhirah as if it is your last day. No one knows when is the last day. How many people here tonight? Maybe 50 people.
50.
Who woke up today thinking, maybe it is my last day?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
No one.
Alhamdulillah.
Maybe some hidden pious one among us and their heart always fearing Allah. But majority of us, we didn't think.
5 years plan.
We woke up with 5 years plan.
More than.
Yeah?
More than.
I was, before coming to Zawiya, I was watching one program of these very rich people, and they are explaining how richness is a set of mind. So then my friend also, this terrible friend, he was starting speaking to me and making all kind of calculation. Oh, maybe you don't have the right set of mind, because they show them to you in their very nice and fancy environment. So my ego also saying, oh, maybe you should change your set of minding. You can. And then we start planning for 5 years. We don't know. That's why Prophet ﷺ advised us, worship as if it is your last day, because you never know. In Tariqa, Grand Sheikh used to advise at least 3 times in that day, you are going to meditate on death, questioning yourself if you are ready to meet your Lord. So one time is Fajr time, when you are laying on the right side, as Prophet ﷺ used just before, after we finish Sunnah, before doing the Fard of Salat al-Fajr, we lay on the right side, as if we are laying in the cover. Then second time, Maulana Sheikh, he taught us that to do Salatul Janaza every day 1 time. We call Salatul Janaza an al-Ghaibin, on the absent one. For all those from the Ummah of Prophet ﷺ that passed away and no one to pray on them. You don't know. Maybe he was a truck driver in a country like that, driving, enter accident. No one knows he's Muslim, they just took him. And for several days they are looking for his relatives. Or here, or there. How many times you hear this one passed away, they found him 3 days later. So he always taught us, every day, make that janaza on the intention of whoever from the ummah that passed away and no one to pray on them, it is for them. Then he was saying, next time when you are going to bed, as you are counting your deeds in the day, and you render it to Allah Azza wa Jal, and before you close your eyes, you give your soul to your Lord, saying, Ya Rabbi, I give into your hand my soul. You are the giver of life and the giver of death. And now I am entering into small death, and my soul in your hand. But we forget. And the state of presence that we have a Lord and we have a meeting with Him, and we don't know when is that meeting. To show us how much we are in ghaflat, in heedlessness, not worrying, as I say, we can come. Who think maybe today is my last day? I remember Maulana Sheikh Hisham, Allah give him long and healthy life. Amen. He was in Montreal maybe 12, 13 years ago, 2006, like that. And he was explaining, he says, Subhanallah, Maulana Sheikh is speaking about Sheikh Nazir, put me into a state every day. I am waking up and I am not sure I will end the day.
لا إله إلا الله.
And every day I am going to sleep, I am not sure I am going to wake up. It's a permanent state. It doesn't leave me. Like I am not sure if I will make it to the next day. This should be our way. Although we plan for 5 years, Malish, it's important. It's like that. So for our son and our nephew
No.
and our cousin and our brother in Islam, that Allah Azza wa Jal came to call him on that day, it's sudden. But we pray for him that Allah receive him in rahmah.
آمين آمين يا رب العالمين.
And Allah Azza wa Jal forgive his sins. And Allah Azza wa Jal make him to be under Shafat al-Nabi and to be entering without questioning. Because Prophet ﷺ said, Man udhib,
غفر الله.
udhib. The one that will be questioned,
نعم.
the one that will be questioned, who can answer Allah's question?
اللهم تحت هذا الرحمة. نعم.
One. Who? If it is not Prophet ﷺ. And why? Because Allah chose him
صاحب الشفاعة.
and made him to be خير خلق الله, perfected him, ورفعنا لك ذكرك, and raised him. He only can answer. Who else can answer one question? His famous story. They will come to say, Na Musa alayhi salam.
نعم.
Ya Musa, Ya Moses, we believe in you. We are from your ummah. We are asking for you to intercede for us. What he will say? I cannot. Even for myself, I am shy. I kill one man. How I am going to stand in front of my Lord? Go to Muhammad.
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
They will go. The nation of Sayyidina Lut will come to him.
نعم.
The nation of Sayyidina Ibrahim will come to him. The nation of Sayyidina Dawood will come to him. Every prophet that has a responsibility on part of the ummah, they will come to that prophet. And every prophet will say, I cannot even ask for myself. Go to the beloved one. So who can answer among us? One question? Man udhib udhib. The one that will be questioned is in big trouble. So we pray for our brother Tahir Yusuf that Allah Azza wa Jal erase question for him and for us.
آمين يا رب العالمين.
Because we know we cannot answer. And receive in rahmah. Grant him Shafat Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And make us to have the best death. The death that make you to prepare for your Lord. Because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, this is a terrible death. Sudden death. He said, because you don't see it coming and you don't prepare. In the time of today, most people what they say, oh, that's what we want.
لا حول.
So they can go quickly. They don't see death coming. They're afraid. They don't suffer because most people, they get old. They say, we want to go quickly. Some even they say, if time is not up, معلش, we call the doctor and they come, they put the cocktail, euthanasia, and they inject us, and then we live on the time we choose. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. So we pray that he will be received in light, and we will be received in light. That Allah grant us, all of us,
آمين.
our last day to be our best day. Our last words to be La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Our meeting with Allah Azza wa Jal to be a meeting of love,
آمين
of light, of victory, a meeting of happiness, a meeting of celebration. Ya Rabbi. Because we know we cannot answer one question. We put our request through your beloved one, Habibik al-Mustafa, salatu wassalam, by his hurmat, by his glory, by the intercession of this holy time in which we are celebrating his birth. Ya Hadratina bil-Fatih.